Hello. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, guys. As you guys hop on, say hello. If you're catching me on the replay, hashtag grateful because I am grateful for each and every one of you. So, my name is Jen. I am coming to you from the northwest corner of Connecticut. Facebook, you guys are always so dark over there. I don't know what to do, but we'll figure it out. But I got I was talking in my team chat the other day, and a lot of people are like, how do you remember what trainings are when and how to hop onto them? And then I've had a lot of my fellow chronic illness warriors also ask me what the best way I feel to track appointments and all that stuff is. So I'm going to kind of go over it and lump it together because let's face it, I'm a chronic illness warrior that has a lot of appointments. I run a business and I'm a mom and a wife and have a household to run, right? So if you guys this is something that I struggled with for years. Like, hear my heart on this. Years. I would always start a new system to, schedule my life or keep track of appointments, and it would fail. If you guys saw, I could probably get them, but they're all over the place, and some are packed in boxes right now. But I have stacks of planners, literally, that are probably this tall, so I would buy a really pretty one and say, okay, I'm going to use this, and this is going to be my schedule, right? And I'm going to put everything in there. And you get really good for like 2 weeks, and then you fall off, right? If you can relate to that, drop planner in the comments because it's tough. It's not easy all the time. And if you guys can hear me and see me okay, go ahead and throw some hearts up. Ever since we lost power the other day, our Wi-Fi has been very, very glitchy. Okay, I don't know if it blew something in one of my routers. I don't know. I am not tech savvy, okay? I just know how to hop on here and say hello. So anyway, I'm going to hop right into it and let's go. And if you are on TikTok, go ahead, double tap the screen and follow me, and I will follow you when I get back off of here or later on today. So the first thing I want to tell you guys is do not feel like you are less than because you've missed an appointment, or if you are in a business that maybe you have Zoom calls or whatever and you've missed them and you've been like, oh crap, I was sitting there watching TV, or I was playing on my phone, or I was, that's the one time I decided to go grocery shopping because I totally forgot about it. How many of you have ever done that? Like, it's just totally past your mind. Maybe it's even been a birthday party. I mean, that's happened to me. Drop me in the comments. So, sorry guys, after yesterday, I need to stay super hydrated. The first thing I'm going to tell you is you need to, I don't know how this works for Android. Okay, I'm going to tell you how it works on the Apple. I don't know. Maybe if someone has a Droid and is on here, they can let me know. But I have 3 phones, and they're always on silent because, again, I run a business. I have, it's just insane amounts of dings if I leave it on. Like, can you guys relate to that? Do you guys always keep your phone on? Like the volume on, or do you keep it on silent? Let me know. So the first thing, you want to start off slow. You can not, in my eyes, okay, you can't start a schedule jam-packed full of stuff and expect yourself to go from 0 to 60 in one day. It's just not going to work for you. It's not sustainable, right? That's like saying, because I coach people on drinking more water. That's like saying someone that drinks 10 ounces of water, I'm expecting them to go up to their full gallon a day. It just doesn't, it's not sustainable, okay? Hello, Shirley. Hello, Jane, or Janet, sorry. So what you're going to want to do is start off slow. So what I did in the beginning was on my iPhone, sorry. Now, everything's shut off on this phone just because like I said, I do have 3 phones. But I went through and I scheduled every single repetitive call I have in here. Or a lot of times I have appointments, like say every Tuesday morning at 7:30 I go for a blood draw. I put every single repetitive thing in my alarms. Okay? And the reason I do that is because I hear my alarms, because my alarms are not silenced. Okay? So that's how I started off. And then what I did while I was doing that, and I knew, hold on, let me grab this. Oh, it's caught. And I knew there was things like during the day I wanted to do, right? My goal is to post 3 TikToks a day and do this and that. This little whiteboard, you guys, it's super thin. It's like a piece of plywood. You can get them at the dollar store. Okay, I think I just saw them at Dollar General the other day. This is normally full, okay? And so I would have my alarm set for my meetings, right? Meetings, appointments. Maybe your kids have to go to dance at 5:30. My daughter's huge into dance. My son used to do track and cross country. So I would, everything. If I had to pick them up, drop them off, like I said, go to my appointments, hop on training calls. I can't tell you how many times I would sit on the couch and I would either be playing on my phone or making content or watching TV or just hanging out with my husband. And I'd be like, oh poop, I should be on a training call. So the next thing you want to do is take a list of all of the things that are not in your alarm that you want to get done for the day. Like I was saying, 3 TikToks a day, a live every single day. I would even, in the beginning, I would even write things like shower, vacuum, laundry, okay? To me, I feel super accomplished when I can erase them or cross them off. It's just how I operate, okay? And then what I would do is, you can see I have it on a little piece of twine now because it's hanging on my office wall. But I like it because I can pick it up and move it, and I put it on my nightstand at night. I try my best to fill it out the night before. Okay? And you will see the things that you get done, and you can look back at it and say, for the first week or so, don't erase them. Cross that off. Don't erase them. Go back and cross the things off. So you can look back and say, okay, well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I got, all my TikToks made in the morning, and, I got my housework done in the morning. So then you start to prioritize and see what times you're more apt to do stuff. And then from there, I want you to pick an app. Some people use Apple calendars. Some people use Google calendars. I myself use Structure. It's on my phone that Instagram's on, so I can't even show you guys right now. I don't know if I can show you what the app itself looks like. And if anyone knows if it is available for Droid, please let me know. Okay, it looks like this. It's like a little white and pink app, okay? And guys, just get the free one. You don't need the paid one, okay? And then I would slowly start adding things in. So my goal every day is by 9 a.m. I have a TikTok posted. I have a Facebook hard post posted. Okay? And this app is really cool. I should have switched phones so I could show you. But then you can check off as you do things. Okay? And then you slowly start to move this over to here. And in the beginning, once I got everything into here, I would still set an alarm every 3 hours or 2 hours. I don't even remember, to be honest. And in there, it would say how often I needed to check my structure. Check structure. You guys, I was even putting things on here like take my medications, drink my water. Because a lot of you look at me and you say, Jen, you're always drinking water. Yes, because I've trained myself. I've gotten in the habit of doing it. Because I know a lot of you say that I am super motivated. Motivation it's temporary, guys. You need to be disciplined. Okay, motivation and discipline are two separate things, but that's a whole nother training for another day. But I do have that on my list. Okay, so make sure you guys are following me on all 5 platforms, because I do put different content out on different platforms. Okay, and then eventually you'll get to the point where you just have your alarms in your Structure app, or if you want to use Google Calendars or Apple Calendars, but I don't want you to use more than 2 things, okay? For me, as much as I love the actual physical paper calendar planners, because they're all cute and pretty, right? Guys, I have stacks of unused ones. Stacks of them. And I always have my phone with me. Who does not always have their phone with them nowadays? The only time I do not is, I was going to say on the motorcycle. I obviously have it on the motorcycle, but I do unplug sometimes to spend time with my husband and my kids. But this is a huge, huge thing that's going to help you guys. Just start slowly. Remember, I said, put the things that are super important and that are repetitive in your phones. I have an 9:30 a.m. business class every single day. Now, do things get messed up when you get appointments? Of course. Is your alarm going to be driving you and your spouse and your kids nuts for the next few weeks? Probably, but that's good, because then you're going to hear it and it's going to be ingrained in your head. But hear me on this. When your alarm goes off, do not, listen to me, do not just turn it off without looking at it and reading what it says and making sure that task is completed. But this way, it's just your alarms going off, and then you can log into your Structure app, and then it's not such a headache every single day. And no, I do not get paid for Structure. I heard this from another person, and it, like, as far as the Structure app, this is a system I did come up with myself, but it works, okay? And if I'm telling you, and it makes sense, and if it makes sense, it makes dollars, right? Because we're all busy and we all have the same 24 hours in a day and 7 days a week. We can't make more hours and more time. So I hope this was useful. And if it was, go ahead and share it out and comment the word shared. And I hope everybody has an amazing, amazing day. And I will talk to you guys all later. Bye.